So we're working on a deck right now that has some mold on it. It's a ground floor deck. We don't experience a lot of decks that have mold, just because usually the decks we're working on 2 stories high, there's plenty of ventilation to dry them out. But on this deck we do have mold. So our typical process would be to apply a stripper and then a brightener. But for this one, we're going to want to apply a bleach solution, cleaning solution, to help kill the mold. So if you come up here, Mitch, if you want to just point out how there's kind of some surface mold that just a pressure washer alone isn't going to really take off, and it's kind of built up in the corners there and along these edges of these boards. So the bleach solution that we use is going to help to kind of soften that up. So we're going to get more of a concentrated solution applied to the really bad areas, and then we're going to downstream the rest of it to the entire deck, and then we'll pressure wash everything off. So I'll show you right now how to mix up the solution. Okay, so our bleach solution consists of 12.5% bleach. This is pool bleach. You can't get this from like Home Depot or anything like that. You have to go to a pool supply store. In a 5-gallon bucket, we go 3 gallons of pool bleach, 2 gallons of water, and then we're going to be at about 10 ounces of simple cherry. So we got the bleach and the water mixed up in here. So I'm just going to start adding some of the simple cherry. Let's mix it up real good. We got some heavier areas over here. We're going to hit this with our battery pump, so it's spraying direct. Probably want to wear a mask when you're using this too, but I'm not for the video. We're spraying the chemical direct right now because it's not going to be diluted at all. We're going to downstream the rest of the chemical, which is going to dilute it at about a ratio of a 15:1. So it's going to add 15 gallons of water for every 1 gallon of chemical. I just wanted to spray this direct on the areas that there was a lot of mold built up around the posts and in between the boards. There's a couple of areas where we noticed it was really bad, and then the entire deck is going to get downstreamed with the chemical, and we're going to show that in a little bit. And now we've moved on to downstreaming the cleaning solution. So we're going to want to soak this really good. And this deck did have a lot of mold on it, so we're probably going to soak it for about a half hour and keep it wet. The sun's shining on it, so we'll probably have to spray it a few times to keep it wet during that duration. And then we'll get everything pressure washed like we normally do. And after the pressure wash is complete, we will apply citrolic acid to neutralize the wood and then give it a final rinse, a really good rinse. So we don't have any footage of us doing the cleaning, the pressure cleaning, and applying the conditioner. It's kind of the same process as we go through, as we shown in our other tutorials, where we do the stripping, the conditioning, and then the stain application. So this is just if you see mold present on a deck, you're going to want to follow this process to make sure you kill mold.